Welcome to Action Over Anger. I am Jenny Hodges, and today we're going to discuss some of the ways you can engage in local government, because we've talked about how the law has become perverted and seeks to make legal that which it is absolutely unjust. So in other words, the law justifies plunder. The law justifies the erosion of life, liberty, and property. The law, through regulation, strangles the populace in the free market economy. And today, in our current American construct, it used to be that the law, the government regulated every single area of our life. But we kind of had the false sense that there was a private sector and there was private property, and we were living in a free America. Those pretend constructs have fallen away as we've watched the government on various levels shut down business and tell us where we're going to be and tell us how we're going to behave and put money in our account. One day they might be taking money out of our account and so on and so forth. So the pretense is now over. What about on the local level? How can you engage? How can you get involved? I'm super happy that you're watching these videos. If you want to get involved on a local level, you are a patriot. You are stepping out on the right foot. I would invite you to go to actionoveranger.com and enter your zip code and become a part of our national entity that is seeking to empower people to engage in the political system and engage in government. So you'll be able to know immediately every elected public servant who represents you on every single level. When it comes to city council, it comes to sheriff, understanding the way the police department works, understanding who the judges are, understanding jury nullification. These are all important and powerful tools for you to begin to exert a sense of autonomy on your daily reality. Even when it comes to getting a traffic ticket can't be presented in court as evidence. The cop has to go file an affidavit asserting what you may or may not have done. And I would invite you to always get a jury trial. Now, the jury, our founding fathers knew humanity. The heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can know it? And legislators are the worst of us. There's a few good apples, but those are rare and few and far between. And of course, it isn't fair that the 1% get a bad name for the 99%. But people who want power and who are very narcissistic and egotistical seek public office. And I would invite you to call elected people elected public servants. We need to get away from this idea that there's an elitist ruling class and they possess an authority above and beyond what the rest of us possess. Because if they do, it's illegitimate. Anyway, getting back to the locality. When I went to go vote for president this past time, there were probably 13 judge seats open, unchallenged. The incumbent was the only option on the ballot for 13 judge seats. The judges that the people can vote for, those are really important to advancing justice and destroying tyranny. And in some places, you don't even have to be an attorney to run for judge. And this is intentional, so that the common sense of the people is used as a tool of protection for the people against dumb laws passed by dumb legislators. The other form of defense is jury nullification. When you have a jury standing in judgment over a case, they're also standing in judgment over the law. Most judges won't tell the jury this, but the jury is under no obligation to follow the law. They are there to judge the facts. Maybe the person broke the law, but maybe it's a dumb law. This is supposed to be a protection against bad legislation. The Fugitive Slave Acts were often unenforced because juries wouldn't convict. And that's just one example. But jury nullification is a very important power of the people. So I would invite you, as we continue moving along, to pick up the phone and call your local sheriff. Find out how the structure of officers, police officers, sheriffs, how does that work? What kind of authority does a sheriff have? In some states, the sheriff is actually the highest constitutional officer and can negate governor and president and let them both know how it's going to be in his county. So if you want to save America, run for sheriff. Thank you for joining us today. See you next time.